Good morning, Into the Tube Deep, if that is in fact your real name. I'm taking the sister to your Beaver out for a fly this morning. There's your rubber bands and that sort of thing. And I don't know if you can see it from here, the ailerons are cocked maybe a degree or a millimeter or two. And that's level flight, and that's on both of mine, which I never have quite got, but as the guys out at the club say, fly straight, don't worry with it.
Flaps half.
Taking off.
Flaps half.
Yeah,
Flaps up.
I have a Hobby King orange stabilizer on here because it does, it's so light and there's no mass, and it has such a big footprint. The wind is not its pal. So I put a $15 solution on there to allow me to enjoy flights into the wind. Yeah, you'll love this thing for a different reason. It's just so damn scale and beautiful. And the downside is about the most you're ever going to get out of it is about a 5-minute flight. It's quiet. Early morning, late evening, it's got the lights on it.
11.9 volts.
So that's always cool. See if I can get you a close-up over. You like damn near hitting yourself, but man, it's just a beautiful aircraft. And yeah, once you put the floats on, you're going to want to leave them on. It's a hassle to pull them off, unlike the S2 Cub and the Tundra. Beautiful airplane.
11.8 volts.
I fly it with anywhere from a 1300, 1500, and 2200. When it gets windier, I put the 22 in it, which gives me yet more mass. I fly this same aircraft, only your version of it, out at the flying club with first-person view gear. But yeah, you're gonna like it. There's
11.7 volts.
just like any of them, there's a thread devoted to it on RC groups, and a pretty nice group of guys. There's no infighting on there. Yeah, it's fun watching your unboxing because you said out loud what I was thinking, and that was, you know, where'd that piece of foam come from? It looked like it belonged somewhere. I don't know. It was just to protect the thing. You know, they must have figured out that you don't really have to pack it hermetically to get it where it needs to go. And 126 bucks, that's pretty cool.
Volts.
Mine, the same color as yours. I got it on a heart attack sale. One of the old guys died out at the field, and I got the transmitter and receiver ready version of it. And I have no use for either, and I really need to consider dumping it. Although, it's one of those things, you know, it's 2.4 gigahertz and it'll be here forever, and if somebody else is trying to get into flying, I mean, you know.
11.5 volts.
And I think I have a receiver that came with this one, so that's 2 receivers and a radio for somebody that might be trying to get into the sport. But you know, the humorous part about it is it's just so cheap to get into the sport anymore, and you can pick your own radio. Yeah, that's it there. I hope to have a little bit better video coming soon. I think it's Just a Poke who cajoled me into springing for a
11.4 volts.
For a GoPro style camera that has 4x zoom built into it, because with this hack cam, you know, you got to fly right on top of yourself to make things happen. In just a few years, we'll have a automatically zooming hack cam, and you know, I'll think of all those 2,000 flights I had before without the advent.
11.1 volts.
How bummed I'll be that I didn't have it back then. Although, musing a bit, I'm of the age where, you know, we had to use film to capture events, and therefore you just didn't capture events at all. Anyway, well, here are the eagles out there. Here is what near perfection looks like.
11.2 volts.
Some guys have done some great mods on the rudders. You actually aren't going to need rudders, and you can, there's a screw in the top of it, so you can actually remove the thing. So think about that. You heard that in the distance. That was a pileated woodpecker. Those are Peking or Muscovy ducks irritating each other.
11.1 volts.
But yeah, you'll be pleased. That's about the best 126 bucks you ever spent. It's got plenty of power. It's just that there again, it's a scale aircraft, and you know, the Tundra is just a beater, is what it is. Yeah, you hate beating it, but it's a damn beater. It's like the manly.
11 volts.
It's like the manly of stall aircraft. It's like the manly stall aircraft. But yeah, this one's got a beautiful wingspan. The orange one I don't think is as pretty, and that's not meant as a jibe, but it's this Island Wings version is just beautiful. So 1500 milliamp gets you what, 6 minutes?
11.1.
I'm gonna run it on down to low voltage, my low voltage, which is 10.6. 10.3 is legal low voltage. Yeah, what a nice aircraft. So yeah, I'm gonna put a GoPro on some of these and see how it works. I'm gonna make a shoe,
11 volts.
a Velcro shoe. That's rudder input. Just whirls around because it's got such a big wing. There's a giant ball of misery to my right. We will stay back this way. Musing further, I saw they offered the Quantum Phantom knockoff,
11 volts.
and had that thing had a gimbal on it, a proper gimbal, that thing had ended up in my cart for 200 bucks and free shipping. That leads me to believe that a bunch of new stuff is coming out, and I think for about 500 bucks here pretty soon you're going to be able to get a really nice rig like the Unique. And by 500 I mean a nice rig,
10.9 volts.
an FPV radio where you can see what you're doing there if you wanted to, which I don't much care for, but whatever. And a spare battery in a nicer case. I think you're going to be able to get all that for 500 bucks. Booze and a hooker too, I think. But yeah, that's the Beaver, and gosh, I love it.
10.9 volts.
It's just beautiful. You take a picture of it on the ground in the sunlight, and it as my wife was apt to note, it looks real. And this is all flying around half stick. I'm not having to battle any of the weather like you are out at the beach. So you're gonna have to give it gas to make it behave.
10.8 volts.
Your skill set's probably better than mine, but consider the virtues of a gyro, because it does knock this thing around a lot. I got the gyro attenuated on this like I do on my standard Cub S2 with the native gyro system. So the throws are
10.7 volts.
the throws are very light. Oh, and it lands so sweet, much like the Tundra. All right, let's bring her around. Landing. So big, you can
No
fly it
battery.
just about across the lake. And it's 10.6 volts, so not actual low battery.
10.7 volts.
I'm just conservative in my approach. Here she comes. This is pretty as can be. If only we had a decent pilot. Absolutely gorgeous.
10.8 volts.
Absolutely gorgeous. Alrighty, that's it.
Throttle disabled.
See ya.
Volts.
See ya.